time to head to the movies, and let me just say you're in for a treat this week. If you are a big fan of the Oceans trilogy featuring George Clooney and the gang, then you won't want to miss a brand new spin-off featuring an all-women team this time. And then for some drama, making his debut as director, Dominic Cooke has just the thing for you. He takes us to the English coast in his latest film that features some of Tinseltown's familiar faces. Take a look.
I liked the way you stopped in the doorway and then you saw me and decided to stare me out.
Did you think then it was love at first sight?
Actually, I'm beginning to think it was.
If Ian McEwan's best-selling book on Chisel Beach is anything to go by, then the movie version certainly won't disappoint. It takes us back to Dorset, England in the year 1962.
He's not like anyone else.
I felt like my life had just begun.
A young couple, Florence and Edward, get married and go on honeymoon as virgins.
Florence, it was beautiful.
Nothing went wrong.
Even my mother behaved herself.
Saoirse Ronan and Billy Howell give gripping performances as the two deal with the awkwardness of consummating their marriage. Besides, their backgrounds and personality differences may come at a lifelong cost.
For God's sake, Florence, something wrong with you.
Have you actually forgotten that we were married today?
The film also features Emily Watson and Anne-Marie Duff.
It's hopeless.
Is it?
That's the last load, right? Storm's coming.
I won't lie, I'd go and see this next movie just to feast my eyes on the hunky Jason Momoa. But that's just me. Dad! In this latest action thriller, Braven, he plays a dad, Joe, who will stop at nothing to protect his family.
I was thinking maybe we go up to the cabin, shut it down for the winter.
That's the first time your old man ever asked for my help with anything.
When Joe, a logger, goes hunting with his father, they get more than they bargained for.
What?
Little problem.
Where is it? What the hell is that? I don't know.
Instead of a quiet weekend at their remote cabin, they're confronted by a group of deadly drug traffickers back for a stash they were hiding there.
This is Joe Braven up on Blue Mountain. Does anyone copy?
You know this guy. Tell me about him.
Let's go. Gear up.
Take them all out.
Joe and his father must decide to kill or be killed. You'll have to head to the movies to see how this one unfolds. Braven is directed by Lynn Uden and also stars Garrett Dillahunt and Hill Wagner. This next film brings together probably some of Hollywood's biggest female stars. Leading the stellar cast is Sandra Bullock in this brand new American heist film, Ocean's 8.
No.
Debbie Ocean, convicted felon. Her brother, Danny Ocean, more convicted felon. She was present on the night of the incident.
So?
Based on the popular Oceans trilogy brought to us by Steven Soderbergh, now director Gary Ross brings us an all-female version in Ocean's 8.
We'll be hosting its annual ball, and we are going to rob it.
Top names in the industry come together for this one. Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, Helena Bonham Carter, Awkwafina, and Rihanna complete the number 8.
They've got every inch of this place covered. This is the most sophisticated security in the world.
Danny Ocean's estranged sister, Debbie Ocean, played by Bullock, spent over 5 years in prison concocting the biggest heist of her life to steal a necklace that's worth more than $150 million.
How long did it take you to figure all this out?
5 years, 8 months, and 12 days. Why do you need to do this? Because it's what I'm good at.
And to do just that, she recruits the best in the business to help her plan the most sophisticated robbery at the Met Gala in New York City.
Here we go. Counting down. 3, 2, 1. Game on.
Get to the movies if this is your kind of film.
Dear God, that was spectacular.
I saw the original in the 50s, and then I saw the second original, which is the George and Brad and that version, and I loved the style, I loved the vibe. It was a fantasy, yet it had very real moments, so everything was very believable, even though it was implausible.
You have
Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett just sitting next to each other, both looking incredible. And Rihanna's right there, just kind of like doing her own thing. And then you have Mindy Kaling in the background. Like, every single time I look up in this movie, I'm just by the way, if nobody said anything, just the visuals of it would make me so happy. And it's really well written at the same time. So I can't imagine anyone not loving it.
Will not be the prime suspect. Wait. Sometimes every time you move it, they have to start from scratch. What should you do? Turn it on. Oh.
Guys.
Oh, here's a good South African comedy, Taste and Tricks. Directed by Quentin Kroch, the Afrikaans film with English subtitles follows brother and sister Taste and Tricks, who are eager but somewhat awkward police officers. When their constant arguing gets them expelled from the force, they get thrown another bone when Detective Solomons, played by Brendan Daniels, needs 2 new recruits to help him investigate a crime syndicate at an exclusive golf club.
Undercover.
Exactly.
The siblings have to go undercover as a married couple, while Solomons, against his wishes, has to pretend to be their butler.
Ek is Susan Verwyn, hierdie is my man, Johan.
Johan en Susan.
For the already awkward brother and sister, could their undercover performance create even more complications for the case? Well, you'll just have to see it for yourself.
Whoa, ons nog nie saam golf gespeel nie, buddy. Joking if you want.
I'm Quentin Kroch. I'm the director of Taste and Tricks. Taste and Tricks is about a brother and sister who fight a lot and don't get along. They both happen to be working together in a police force. The other big main character of the story is played by Brendan Daniels, Captain Donovan Solomons, who is a detective. He's there as their mentor and their guide throughout the whole process.
Taste is a very peculiar character. He's very precise in the way he sees things. He believes so much in everyone and he gives everyone a second chance.
Tricks is a tomboy. She's tough. She can stand up for herself, and she loves standing up for people who get treated wrong. She's a very competent police officer. I think she's better than Tace, and she takes her job very serious because she'd like to become a detective. So she does everything in her might to show her captain that she's good.
Welkom by Chateau Leroux.
Vir die spesiale geleentheid 'n bottel Chateau Libertus van Frankryk.
And that's a wrap of our movie lineup for this week, and also sadly the end of this week's episode. But don't worry, as always, we'll be back same place, same time next week. So do join us again then. As always, don't forget to drop us a line with any feedback via our Twitter. Here's the handle below, as always. And for a repeat of today's show, head to our YouTube channel. Until next time, here's Zonke with one of her top hits, Feeling. See you next time.
What you gonna do for me today? Always about ya. And what you gonna give to me today? Cause you're not feeling good, all about ya. And what you gonna give to me today? Cause you had a bad day. Well, so did I. So did I, baby. Well, so did I. So did I, baby. Tonight, we're gonna